la 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 as Season 13 of the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com edges ever so closer to Race 10. Who will make the cut into the top 12? We welcome everyone to MaxSpeedTV. This is the premier private car service truck series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, round 7 of the regular season. Only 3 races remain after tonight in the regular season, and then the chase begins. Tonight, however, the drivers will tackle the Monster Mile Dover, also known as a White Lightning, for 150 laps. I am Joshua Medlock on the mic for you here this evening. Logan Kais joining me again in the booth. Logan, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. How about yourself?
Well, as you can tell, I am fantastic. Now, we had a little taste of what Dover holds last night in the K&N. Wasn't exactly what everybody anticipated, Logan. There were quite a bit of cautions out there, but it's Dover, and it was a big field. Talk about last night on a kind of a recap, and then we'll get into tonight.
Last night there was mayhem early and often. There was accidents happening. It was a wild race for sure. There was crazy battles going on all over the track. I think we had a little bit of everything. We had a little bit of a long green flag run towards the end, and it was fun to watch, man. It was a very entertaining race, to say the least.
We even seen at Dover some 3-wide action into the corners and on the front back stretch. You don't see that very often at Dover.
Oh, you don't, and it either works great for the guy trying it, or it doesn't end well for anybody, like we saw last night.
Well, Dover again tonight, and we have packed the field again this evening for the truck series. It looks like we have a good size field. Now, as usual, a shout-out goes to Nick Hunt, Mike Franklin, the admins here again tonight for the truck series. So even though they're in the ticker here in practice, they've been out there turning some laps, trying to get a feel for things. We're actually going to see how the racing goes when we get into it, because it changes. So we're going to go right straight to it here, the pre-race. And looks coming into tonight's race, 76-degree air temp, and oh my golly, 112-degree track temp. Well, Logan, let's talk about that track temp here, because that could make it very slick out there when they get those long green flag runs. If that happens, it is going to make it very treacherous out there.
Hey man, a lot of these guys might think 112 degrees feels like 125 to them right now. I'm watching practice, and there's guys sliding around all over the track. It is slick out there for sure.
Yeah, and slick right now. Let's hope that temperature drops. Now, they've been out here practicing. They're laying down some rubber, and then we'll go, of course, into qualifying and race time. So, the more rubber they get laid down, the better off they could be going forward into the race after 150 laps. Boy, going to be a gruesome race for these guys. 150 miles. Tire window, I put the tire window at about 35 to 45 because they're going to chew up some tires here this evening. Fuel window, however, is about 55 to 63, same as what it was yesterday in the K&N. But yet again, how hard are these guys going to go driving? How hard are they going to hit the loud pedal? How hard are they going to run those tires out? I think tires, to me, tonight are going to be a big key here. I don't think fuel is going to play a big factor.
No, I agree. I think tires are going to be a huge factor in anything that goes on tonight. We get 5, 10, maybe 15 laps in on a run, and the tires are going to fall off at least a second and a half compared to what they run at the start of the run. It is going to be a handful to hold on to these trucks for a mile around this track.
I don't even know if I want to go a lap around this track by myself right now with the way the conditions are. Pit road speed 35, of course the same as it is for as we've seen last night, going to be very key getting safely onto pit road under green flag conditions. They're really going to be have to be on their P's and Q's, dot the I's and cross the T's here tonight. Now the wind is about 8, so the wind kind of over time may help cool off that track.
It can. I've seen the wind. It can help cool off the track, but the main factor in cooling off the track, I think, is going to be cloud cover, man. If they can get some cloud cover on the track and really cool it off a little bit, that's going to help these drivers out a lot. But that'll all go away as soon as the sun comes back out.
Yes, it will. Now we're going to get to the point standings coming in tonight, everybody. Race number 7, or round 7, however you want to look at it. Coming in tonight up 3 spots into first place, Curtis Vollmer with 210 points. A little bit of side note on Curtis later on. William Hartman going to be in second, 205. Actually a 3-way tie between William GT and Cody McFadden. All these drivers, 205 points. They're all 5 back behind Curtis. Go back to 5th, down 2 spots. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, 201, 4 back. And Dwayne Dunn and Nolan Neiman are tied in 6th with 183 points. Both of these gentlemen 18 back behind Taylor. Logan.
Up 5 spots from last week, Jeremy Clifton is 179 points in 8th position. He had a really strong run last week that helped move him inside the top 10. We have Zachary White at 173 points in 9th position, up 1 spot from last week. We've got Mark Hamlin with 172 points, right hot on the heels of Zachary White in 10th place. Jacob Bell is 170 points in 11th, and Michael Thwalls with 166 points rounding out your top 12, making it into the chase right now, up 7 spots from last week. He is your biggest mover trending forward from last week.
Yes, it is. Now, Logan, I know you're new to them. It's Thwaites, but hey, we're good to go.
Thwaites, I'll mark that down from here on out.
Yeah, it's Thwaites. That's what I call him, and I've not been corrected on it, so a little bit of comedy there. Now, when I get corrected, you'll get corrected, so we're good to go. But yeah, hey, 7 spots from Michael, man. You know, making it into the top 12 late in the regular season. You know, Michael right now sitting on the bubble of that cutoff, but you know, they have 2 provisionals as well. We don't talk about the provisionals much, but they have those 2 provisionals, and that could help them or hurt them, you know. So how is that going to affect Michael, Jacob, Mark, Zachary, Jeremy Clifton? You know, how's it going to affect these guys, you know, after race 10? You know, we've got to throw that out there too.
Oh, absolutely. And see Dalton Cowden's right behind him, 1 point behind in 13th. It's not even a push far back to Leo Overton. He's got 159 points. He's only 7 back.
Oh,
it's really, really close, and anything can change in one race, to say the least.
Yes, it sure can. Alrighty, folks, what, about a minute and a half, or a little over a minute and a half left here in practice. We're going to step away real quick, play the national anthem from Madison Rising. Don't go anywhere. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched
Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Qualifying underway here, and right now, William Hartman has knocked Dwayne Dunn back to second. William Hartman with a 23.563 currently has the pole here. Now, the way qualifying works is here, they get a point for qualifying, they get a point for leading the most laps, and they get 2 points for having no incidents the whole race. Now, we have some, kind of a little bit of a background here on the number 48 of Curtis Vollmer. Curtis Vollmer is going for back-to-back wins here at Dover. Last season's winner, Logan, he won. Just a few of the stats on him. He led 105 laps of the last season, season 12. He had no incidents, and he had the fastest lap of the whole race with a 23.154. So, Curtis Vollmer, yes, we talked earlier. Yeah, he is going to be my pick here tonight to win the race and go back-to-back here at Dover.
Yeah, he had a really, really strong showing last week or last year, sorry. I'm sure he'll have another good run tonight. He's currently qualified in 8th position with a 23.684.
Very, very fast indeed. All right, well, now they are in the driver's meeting, so we kind of have some things going on here. Now, there's a lot of information that goes on in Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, but first and foremost, we do want to read about the sponsor here, because without the sponsor, this would not be possible. So, Premier Private Car Service is the leading executive and special occasion transportation service for Baltimore, Washington, D.C., and Delaware. Company President Robert M. Montgomery has spent many years in the corporate world with multiple years in the limousine and town car industry. Whether your company is looking for executive luxury transportation, private airport transportation, experienced concierge service, or a comfortable ride to a special occasion, Premier Private Car Service will be reliable, safe, and professional. You can reach them at a phone number 1-410-929-7978. That is 1-410-929-7978. Thanks goes out to Robert Montgomery for being the sole sponsor for Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series this season. He is also the secondary sponsor for the Cup season on Thursday nights for Extreme Motorsports. So, stepping up and being a sponsor not only for the truck, but a secondary sponsor for the Cup Series. Awesome job for Robert. And you can also visit their website at www.premierprivatecar.com. Member of the National Limousine Association, member of the Baltimore, Maryland Concierge, and they are global, everybody. So they go globally. So a great and a big shout out to them for being on board with Extreme. So getting to Extreme here tonight, they've got teams, they've got, different events that they do. Logan, I know you've got the rule book pulled up here. You've got some things to go over with everybody out there watching.
Yeah, I wanted to go over, what the teams are and what the teams are made up of and what drivers are on the teams. So the teams are made up of the following. They've got 3 drivers that race in the Cup Series, 2 drivers that race in the Xfinity Series, 2 drivers that race in the Truck Series, and 2 drivers that race in the K&N Series. Now, for the top 3 series, the Cup, Xfinity, and Truck, they've also got 1 development driver. Now, the development driver is a driver that will not be scored in the race, but it allows him to drive in a lower series and have opportunities to drive in the higher series at the same time, at the team owner's discretion. Now, that's totally up to the team owner. If they choose to have a driver from, say, the Truck Series or the Xfinity Series and they want to try them out in the Cup Series, the team owner can say, hey, we're going to put you up in a ride in the Cup Series this week. And they can pick and choose at their discretion who they choose to have as their development drivers. Now, there's no development drivers in the K&N series because that's the lowest series, or the rookie series per se. That's where the drivers come in and start out at and move their way up, trying to get to the Cup series.
Yeah, and that's the way Extreme does it here, and I love the structure. I talk about it each and every week. There's a structure to Extreme Motorsports, and they're adding series and stuff. We won't go all into that right now, but they're trying to get some other things going, Logan, and just the structure in itself for Extreme. It gives a perspective of where you start as a driver. Now, I'm going to throw you kind of under the bus here, Logan. You're new to iRacing, okay? You know where you began. So you come into the K&N series and you dominate. You just go out there and you show performance. You don't cause no accidents. You show that you're there every week. You get out of if you're slow or whatever, you get out of other people's way. Whatever the case may be. Okay. You could move up into the trucks just because of the respect. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but it goes a long way. You start at a lower tier like you do in real NASCAR, and you work your way up. There's a structure to the way Extreme has it.
Oh, absolutely, and that's a great thing to see. And it's why I enjoy watching these races. Watching the K&N series Monday night, watching them duke it out, trying to prove themselves. Say, hey, look at me. Some guys that aren't on a team, like, hey, look at me. Use me. I want to be on your team. I could be a development driver and show you what I've got. It's a really cool thing to see, and it's really fun to watching these guys go out here and battle.
Well, and you talk about going to another team. You take it back to the K&N series. Last night, well, you take it back to last week at Daytona, in the K&N. One of the drivers got on a team. He was part of a team, but he went and became part of another team. He was literally grabbed up and said, hey, do you want to be a part of this team? That's just the way it happens here. You may be a part, say, of, let's say, Logan, you come in here and you're a part of Maverick Motorsports, okay? And you're running strong and you're doing this, that, and the other, but you got these other teams looking at you and saying, hey, this dude is awesome. He races clean. He's a hard racer. Let's see if we can show him a few things. They will literally try to recruit out of other teams, or if you're a single driver. Now, I'm not saying they're going to steal you from another team, because that's not part of it. But if you're a solo driver and not a team going for a team championship, then, yeah, that may kind of fall into play there. Solo drivers, free agents, they're all up for grabs. I mean, they're there, they're going for a championship just like anybody else is.
Oh, absolutely. It could be one of those things where one of the teams have two Xfinity drivers, and one of them can't make it one week. They still have another slot that they have to fill to score team points for that race.
Exactly.
So they can go grab a guy out of the truck series and, use him and say, hey, we need you. You've shown the capability of being able to run well. And they'll literally grab him, throw him in an Xfinity series car, and he'll go out and run that race for that team.
Yeah.
And, it can snowball effect into something that continues. It's really, really cool to watch.
Yeah, and it's like real NASCAR. People go from teams to teams, and going from teams to solo, and solo to a team. It's back and forth. And I talk about it each week, and multiple times a race. Just the structure that they have built here is amazing. Of course, they couldn't do it without the admins who they have in play here. The new admins that are coming on board. They couldn't do it without them. They couldn't do it with without the sponsors. And the fans out there tuning in each week, each and every race, without all those, they couldn't do it either. So it takes a lot to build something to this caliber.
Oh, absolutely. And then they're going into, this is what, season 13?
This is, yes. So we are in, I believe, season 13 of the Truck Series. So, yeah, and they're already looking forward to season 14 as well.
Absolutely. That's a long time, man. That's
Man.
really, really cool.
All right, yeah, and it's just amazing, Logan. When me and you first got acquainted, with another league, that's how I know you from. We become good friends, but we call the races and like we see it, and I think that's where people also enjoy it is. You just call it like you see it. The admins have probably the most strenuous job out there, and I talk about the admins like they're above, because the admins, man, they have to go through a lot. Nick Hunt, Don Kidder, Rick Donovan, you've got Darren Clement, Mike Franklin. Now tonight it's going to be Mike Franklin and Nick Hunt. So Nick Hunt, Mike Franklin, they have to be on their toes tonight.
Oh, absolutely. They're all over it. They do a really great job. It's one of those things as an admin, you have to be unbiased, towards an incident or whatever may happen. They've got to look at it and they've got to make a call, and they've got to make, sometimes not necessarily per se the right call, because it's a judgment call right there, but they do a really good job, I think, of making a call, and 9 times out of 10 they make the right call. It's really, they do a really, really good job.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think I could be in a position to make that call, and as a league owner, and I throw Rick Donovan out there a lot because he is the sole owner of Extreme Motorsports, or one of them. He is the boss man. If the admins, they have a chain of command. If the admins don't feel comfortable making a call, and that goes for whoever is admitting at a certain race, they will review it, and it may go to Rick, and we'll say, hey, Rick, man, we need some help to make this call and see what happens. It takes a team effort to do what they do. Just like broadcasting, it takes a team effort with you jumping in when you can and joining me in the booth, and everybody out there that's sending me messages, hey, I want to join you in the booth. It takes a team effort, and there's just not enough weeks, days in a week to get everybody in the booth.
Right. Yeah, I know exactly how that goes, man.
But it's fun. I enjoy every bit of it. We are under a drivers meeting here, everybody. So we're going to go through the top 10 here real quick. I'm going to go through the top 5. We're going to let Logan do the 6 through 10 here for qualifying. William Hartman currently grabbing the pole here. It looks like he will hold on to it. Dwayne Dunn in second. Chris Seidenfeld third. Andrew Moraz fourth. GT Hawkins in fifth.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin starting 6th. Alan Hilton 7th. Curtis Vollmer, your pick, Josh, is currently in 8th. Zachary C. White 9th. And Lee Overton is 10th.
Yeah, top 10 here. And, they're all really, really close. 25 100ths of a second from first to second. 8 100ths of a second from second to third. 8 100ths. And then you go back to Alan Hilton, Logan. He is only 5 100ths of a second ahead of Taylor Butcher Benjamin in 6th. This is Dover.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you look at the top 10. The whole top 10 is only separated by less than a tenth and a half. It's really close, and I think it's going to be really close, really hard, hopefully clean racing and it'll be fun to watch.
Well, I picked Curtis Vollmer. Who did you pick?
I took GT Hawkins, currently sitting in 5th place.
All right.
He's sitting in 3rd in points, and he had a really good run going last week. And I think he's going to be, a tough customer tonight, and I think he'll pull out a really good finish, if not win.
All right, so we got a couple of picks going on here for MaxSpeedTV up in the booth. Let's see who we have in chat here with about 2 minutes to go. We've got Rodrigo Loga in chat here. Monte Rickard in chat as well. Racing Fan 99 joining us as always. He is picking either the 48 or the 7. Devin Irish in chat. Doug Carlson Gaming in chat. I think that's Douglas Carlson, if I'm not mistaken. And Monte Rickard is choosing the 16 to win here tonight. So we've got 17 viewers in chat. Please, if you're enjoying the content, share the, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, the like, subscribe to MaxSpeedTV as well as ExtremeMotorsports99.com. That is actually their website as well, www.extrememotorsports99.com. So please check them out. You can check out the rule book for each individual series as well. And, we're getting to a minute to go here, Logan. So we're going to actually see how this race progresses going forward.
Yeah, it'll be a fun race, and I'm looking for guys to hopefully get in a straight line and, get single file and try to feel the track out. It's still really hot on track. I believe it's cooled off a little bit. It's down to 101 degrees. It's by no means is it cool, but it's cooler than it was.
Yeah, at about 10 degrees cooler than what it was. You got that right.
Yeah. But it'll be a fun race regardless, man. I'm enjoying my time up here in the booth, and I can't thank you enough for allowing me to be a part of this.
Oh man, I'm just glad you're enjoying yourself. It's an amazing event to watch, and it looks like for the most part they are still pretty much in a driver's meeting. We still have a few that have not joined their team lobbies. Now we do have team speak, and we'll get into more about TeamSpeak later, but qualifying is officially over. We are going to get them on the grid here momentarily with William Hartman grabbing the pole here. So let me see if I can find Mr. William. All right, here we go, folks. The MaxSpeedTV starting grid, row number 1. William Hartman grabbing the pole with a 23.563. Congratulations to William for getting the pole. Dwayne Dunn going to start on the outside of him in that second spot. Chris Seidenfaden third. Andrew Moraz fourth. GT Hawkins, Logan's pick, going to be starting in that 5th position. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in 6th. Alan Hilton 7th. Curtis Vollmer, my pick for tonight, going to be starting 8th. Zachary White 9th. And Lee Overton going to be starting 10th.
Jason Eisenhower starting 11th. Jeremy Clifton 12th. Mark Hamlin 13th. Dalton Cowden 14th. James Thorndike 15th. Douglas Carlson 16th. Darren Bruce starting 17th. Orlando Rivera 18th. Casey Duncan 19th. And Jeremy Rigney rounding out your top 20 tonight.
All right, Jade Bell going to be starting 21st. Blair Patterson 22nd. Tommy Amassi 23rd. Jeremy Horn 24th. Andrew Jump 25th. Jacob Bell 26th. Hank Caston 27th. Lee Grantney, first one not to qualify. I do believe he is a standby driver. He is going to be starting in 28th. Nick Hunt admitting here tonight, however, 29th in the ticker. Mike Franklin as well admitting at 30th in the ticker.
Now, I'm probably going to say his last name wrong. I'm sorry, Michael, but Michael Thwaites starting 31st. Cody McFadden 32nd. Nolan Neiman 33rd. Zach Ogburn 34th. Lane Doyle 35th. Dawson Miller 36th. Edward Moore 37th. Andrew Palexak 38th. And Jeff Glockner 39th.
All right, 39 drivers, so you -2 for the admins. 37 drivers here tonight, and it looks like everybody is still waiting to pull off of pit road here. The pace car gonna go here, and of course we have got some information as well. We'll get to it after the green flag waves. We may pull him up here in a meeting, but Mr. Stephen Dean has got some information as well. So we'll get probably Stephen up here later on. But hey, we're gonna get this show on the road with William Hartman up front in the 67, the 39 to his outside. Logan, are you ready?
I'm ready, man. I can't wait. This is gonna be such a fun race.
Now, I have raced the old trucks. I've not raced in the newer trucks, with the newer updates. So
They're still pretty much a handful as they were before, but it's going to be tough. It tracks down to 100. Get them going, Josh.
all righty, and the pace car is off. William Hartman already on the loud pedal, and the green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing it over again, boys. Wow, that was quick.
Got a huge jump, man. He was gone. Oh, the caution's already out.
Oh, wait, whoa, what happened here? Uh-oh. K.C. Duncan. We'll go back here and take a look at what happened on the MaxSpeedTV replay on the start of the race here.
Man.
You do not, this is not the way you want to start the race for these guys out here, Logan.
No, it's not. It's tough to see. Casey went for a heck of a ride, man, right off the start.
All right, well, as we take a look here, it looks like contact made between the 10 and the 7. Right past the start-finish line, right before turn number 1. And boy, that number 7 went for a ride and a half. That number 10 looks like he might have blinked out there. I don't know. The number 10 of, who is the number 10?
10 is Jeremy Rigney.
Jeremy Rigney. Oh, man. And boy, what a ride K.C. Duncan had here right at the start of the race. Oh, man. And that has, that really stacked everything up. So, not the way you want to start tonight here. 23 viewers in chat, 22 as it just dropped there. But please share this on your social media accounts if you have one. You do not want to miss this race here tonight. But let's see here. We can get the man up here real quick. Well, Stephen Dean. Stephen, got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Well, it's going fine, man. Well, Stephen, not what you want to see here early on. I understand you're not racing here tonight, and I know you don't wish this on on these drivers out here, not even able to complete the first lap of the caution flies. But what's it going to take for these guys out here tonight?
Man, honestly, I don't know. It's a tough track. Dover's small. Dover's tight. A lot of the guys pre-race were saying it's really slick out there. But I spotted last night in the K&N race, and that was kind of a rough one. But I guess just kind of keeping it clean, using your spotter and staying out of trouble.
Well, I know you've got some other information you would like to announce here on MaxSpeedTV for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, so go ahead.
That I do. We are starting a live podcast. It's going to be called XM99 Podcast. We're starting it live on Sunday. I'll be the host. Rick will be with me for a little while, just till we get everything 100% sorted out. Yeah, we'll be hosting a podcast Sunday night, 8:30 to 9:30. It'll be live on YouTube, and we're going to pull, 3, 4, 5 drivers every week, talk about it. I'll be talking about points, and maybe I can get some download for everybody out there.
All right, so we got a podcast going on for Extreme. All right, hey, and this is what Extreme does. They add different stuff, and boy, it is awesome. Well, Steven, we've got a long race ahead of us here tonight. We don't want to keep you, man, but I know you had that announcement you wanted to make there, but hey, man, that podcast is going to be awesome. So let's see if these guys tonight can get this straightened out. Hopefully that was the last hiccup we see, but it's Dover, so we don't know.
You got that right. Dover's fast for a mile, but yeah, man, I appreciate it. And I hope to see you on that podcast someday.
All right, Steven. Well, we'll see what happens. All right.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Well, we are ready to go here again. Now, William Hartman up front. The 39 of Dwayne Dunn still on the outside of him.
Yeah, it looks like coming down from the admins, Josh, that last incident was between the 7 and the 10, and the 7 of KC Duncan is going to receive the EOL penalty.
All right. Well, I have just been informed on that as well, and thank you, Logan, on that. Been informed on the link as well. Now, we'll be posting the link for the podcast for Extreme on Facebook for Extreme, so please stay tuned for that. But the pace car dives off. Get him going, Logan.
Oh, William Hartman on the gas early again. He is gone, and he is heading down the front stretch already. They're still too wide for second place back here between Chris Seidenfaden and Dwayne Dunn. Looks like everybody's trying to find a spot in line and make it a little further and complete one lap this time.
First caution of the evening. It looks like everybody has kind of figured it out here. Well, as of right now, and you have got to watch the number 1 here of Zachary White. Here's running that mid line, and when he comes out of the corner, he gets about an inch off of the wall. I mean, you can't put a piece of paper between him and that truck. I don't know if he's going to do it this time, but that last lap, that's what he did.
Oh, yeah, you sneeze and he's touching the wall, man. Dover's a track the wall, will reach out and get you. I don't know if I would want to be that close to it coming off the corner myself.
Well, it looks like everybody going single file here for the most part. Darren Bruce from 17th up 2 spots into 15th already. He has got the number 3 of Mark Hamlin right up ahead of him, but bumper to bumper, the 59 and the 36 go. The 59 of James Thorndike going to make and complete the pass on the 36 to go into 12th. Boy, he made that look easy.
Yeah, it looks like the 36 slid up the track just a little bit. May have gotten a little loose on corner entry, and he's getting freight train on the bottom right now.
36 in the Sim Speed Shop. 36 Jason Eisenhower has fallen back to 17th. Now, this may be by design, Logan. We don't know what's going through these guys' heads on the track, but what we do know is it's 150 laps. That's what we do know.
Oh, yeah, 150 laps, 150 miles, and 67 of William Hartman's trying to pick him up and put him down. He's got a pretty good gap back to second place right now up in the lead.
All right, well, as I take a look at chat here for everybody, Rick Donathan, Extreme Motorsports at 99.com, and chat saying hello to everybody. So Rick has jumped in chat there. Glad to have Rick in chat. Rick is also, well, he was in TeamSpeak here. Now, when we talk about TeamSpeak, you know, we don't talk about how the communication works for us to the drivers much. But we got a program on the computer, everybody, called TeamSpeak. And all the drivers are in TeamSpeak. And it is mandatory for the drivers to have TeamSpeak. If you don't have TeamSpeak or you don't know how to set it up, there is plenty of drivers and members of Extreme that will help you set it up. But that is the way everybody communicates inside of the race. Well, that's how we communicate with them. You know, like right now, if I wanted to, I could pull Rick Donovan down here, and he could say a few words, and you know, it'll be all dandy. Yeah, you know, and that's the way we communicate with these people. You know, right now we've got Rick Donovan here, so let's pull him up here. Rick Donovan, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Rick,
how are we?
I'm doing all right, Rick. Well, we had a kind of mishap there on the first lap, but these drivers have got it figured out. We've been on a pretty good run here, but man, that tire fall off, I'm afraid here tonight is going to be key.
Well, I'll tell you what, last night, K&N Series, those guys, man, I tell you, they had a rough night last night. I know the tires was feeling good. The temperature was right out on the track. Everything about everything was feeling good for these guys. But unfortunately, I think patience really got to these guys. And for some that ran in the K&N car last night, they're back here tonight. They know what to expect. Hopefully they learn from some of their mistakes they made last night. But I tell you what, so far from what I'm seeing, we're off to a good start here tonight, Josh.
Yeah, we have been on a good green flag run here. We talk about that green flag run, you know, 55 to 63 laps on fuel. But man, them tires, do you really want to go 55 or 63 laps on the tires? Do you really?
Well, early in the race like this, I mean, man, the best thing to do is just ride and ride and ride and just ride it out. There's no point in trying to make a lot of track position. This is a concrete track, not an asphalt track, so this track's going to get slick. You know, it's just patience, man. That's it. Just ride and learn the track. Learn where the slick spots are. Learn where it's going to grip at. And when it gets close to time to the end of that race and you want to start making your moves, you should know this track pretty well and get you a new set of tires and then rock and roll around here.
Well, you know, we talked about it last night. I know Logan has raced on this track too, and I have as well. But, you know, I haven't raced here in the trucks. I raced here, like I said last night, Rick, in the Indy cars, the DW12s. And it was a little scary. I mean, I know, and they're fast. They're totally different from the trucks, but it's the same. Oh, we got a truck that has popped the wall. And that has started a chain reaction, it looks like. Cody McFadden, Andrew jumped. There is no caution, but we have a truck smoking in Cody McFadden in the 64. Let's go back and take a look. Not to interrupt you there, but, you know, got some action going on the track here. It's this is Dover, Rick and Logan. It's Dover.
I guess the famous Monster Mile is what they say.
Or White Lightning, whatever you want to call it.
Right. You know, and again, you know, the concrete track here, it definitely is a lot different from what guys are used to out here running on the asphalt. Of course, I didn't get a chance to take a look at the temperature. I'm working on some extreme stuff on the background end and getting ready for our podcast Sunday and so forth. And I'm not sure what the temperature is right now, but I know last night the temperature on the track was about 86 degrees, and the guys were talking that, hey, man, this thing is sticking real good.
It looks like it's 108 right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's working its way back up. At the start of the race, it was about 102, 103, and the sun's, I think, peeking back out, and it's starting to heat the concrete back up a little more.
Yeah, concrete. Go ahead, Rick.
Yep, Cody McFadden there, just taking a look at your replay. That definitely looks like you got a little sideways. Is that?
Oh, we got a caution out.
Oh, we got a caution here. We're going to take a look at it. No, it's a pile up here on the backstretch. Several drivers involved in that. Tommy Yamassi, one of them. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to the drivers here as we are on the second caution here tonight for Extreme Motorsports at 99.com. Now, the 132 of Lane Doyle is right up ahead of him in that Tide 132. I think they hear me talking about the Tide 9 a lot, so somebody decided to run the Tide 132 here. So we've got Tommy and Massey. That's who we're going to be on. And it started right up in front with the 91 of Blair Patterson. Oh, 3 wide. Oh. Blair Patterson in the middle with the 12 on the low side. It looks like there might have been some contact between the 91 and the 12. That sent the 91 up into the 85. I believe that is Andrew Jump. And that just, chain reaction. Dover, they all hit that inside line. It looks like the 05 gets involved in that as well, collecting that outside wall. And kind of overcorrected for that 05. That's what it kind of looked like to me for him. But, we look at it at the replay, and, Rick, you admin, you may be the league owner, but you admin, man, you know how hard it is for these admins to go back and take a look at each individual thing when it comes to cautions.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, the admins that we've got are absolutely just phenomenal. We've actually, when we started this back in 2014, I figured it would just be a little something different than what I was used to seeing, going from league to league and bouncing from league to league. And I just really felt that it was real important to have some type of track officials up in the booth to help kind of make sure to maintain everything that's happening out there on the track and keep things afloat, I guess you could say. That's not to say that tempers are going to flare and drivers are going to get angry at each other when you go into our communication software as far as our team speak. So these admins have got so much on them. And I tell you, as our league is growing, we went from about 2 guys up in the booth, and now we're kind of moving toward having 3, sometimes even 4 guys up in the booth, just to kind of help us maintain everything that's happening out there on the track and so forth. But phenomenal admins that we've got. Couldn't do it without them. They play a huge part in our community here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com.
Well, it takes everybody to get the structure you have designed here, Rick. Now, I know you're kind of busy there, doing what you do, man. So, man, it's just a nice thing you have going on here. And I know you're busy, so we're going to let you get back to it, Rick. Glad to have you up here and kind of talk about kind of what is going on. And it's going to be, this season is coming down to an end. So what do you expect maybe going forward?
Well, I tell you what we're really seeing a lot of is we establish teams here, and teams are actually battling for championship at the end of the season. The team owner himself goes out, he finds his drivers, gives them contracts to drive for their team. There's an entry fee for the team owners. All of that money goes into one big pot there, and it's distributed from first, second, and third place this season. I believe there's about $350 that's going to be issued out this season just to the team owner for the championship. And as our teams grow, that pot's going to get bigger and bigger. So these guys are getting real serious about this stuff. And I tell you, one thing I want to add is I know you already announced it a little earlier, is our podcast that we're having Sunday. I want to let the viewers out there know about what this podcast and what it's about and what takes place is we're going to keep those folks out there in the loop along with our drivers on what's going on in the league, from driver to driver, from the team's aspect, what they're looking to do, who a driver they may be looking at hiring and bringing aboard to the team. We want those fans out there to be a part of our family as well, and we want to let them know what we've got going on over here and everything that's taking place. So sponsorships, they're going to be invited to come over to talk about their products and so forth as well. Just another thing that we're adding to ExtremeMotorsports99.com to deliver the message out there to the big community that we've got.
Well, you know, it takes everybody, you know, in a coalition together to do the things you do as they go green flag here, coming to lap number 30. So, Rick, you know, what you have established here at Extreme, a totally awesome, man, but we have still got a season to go here. We've still got to finish out this season, and it's just heating up, buddy.
Oh yeah, well, I tell you what, that's the thing. You guys are looking at this season. I'm already working on things for next season. So that's how busy I am right now. Just trying to get things just trying to get things lined up just for next season. So yeah, we're all busy here, but I tell you, it goes back to what I said before. I couldn't do it without these guys, and of course our members, the guys that are part of our community. We don't exist without them. So they're our number one key, and each and every one of them have a voice here.
Yes, sir. You know, well, thank you, Rick, for, you know, jumping up here and, you know, talking about Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Of course, myself, MaxSpeedTV, Joshua Medlock, Logan joining me here tonight. We appreciate, you know, you having us on board because you guys put on some great shows. Yeah, there's those races, but that's part of it. But, hey, man, awesome job and what you have established here at Extreme. And we're looking forward to going forward, man.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, real quick, Josh, I don't have rights to be able to post that link there, but just for the viewers out there, if you could share that link there, they can go over and go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way they'll get a notification when the podcast is getting ready to go live. And I tell you, I don't know whether we've let the cat out of the bag or not, but I tell you, I'll go ahead and let it out because it's no secret and there's nothing to hide. But next season, right now, what we've got in the works, folks, out there is MaxSpeedTV. Joshua and Logan, these guys have signed on not only for our K&N series. You'll get to see them on Monday nights, but you also get to see them on Tuesday nights once again. But also, we're going to sign these guys up for our Xfinity series. So you're going to be able to watch these guys broadcast the Xfinity series live next season. So it's coming right at you 3 days a week. And Joshua, Logan, you guys are going to be busy. And we appreciate everything you guys do here for us at ExtremeMotorsports99.com.
Well, without you guys and, of course, without Logan helping me in the booth, it would not be possible. Rick, glad to be a part of it, man. We'll let you get back to it, let you finish up the stuff for next season, and, of course, we'll talk to you and with you throughout the rest of this season. But right now we're at Dover here tonight, and, you know, it's early, but these guys are going to get racy here pretty soon.
All right, guys, y'all have a good night.
You too. All right, well, Logan, 37 laps into the race, and we are back under green here. Darren Bruce currently running in 14th, coming from 17th. He's up a couple of spots here. Jacob Bell coming from 26 to 8th. What an awesome run Jacob Bell's having.
Yeah, I just want to give you a little update as to what's going on track from the previous restart, not the last one we just had, but the previous one. The admins let me know that the number 5 truck received a pass-through penalty for changing lanes before the start-finish line.
Oh.
And that last caution, the number 12 came into the 91, and the 12 received the EOL penalty for that caution being brought out as well.
All right, so a little bit of update coming from Logan. So that is great, you know, getting everybody in chat updated on kind of what's going on. And, you know, under green flag conditions here tonight, we've only had 2 cautions here as of right and now. And, you know, these guys in the trucks, they're racing it up pretty strong here. William Hartman, though, however, running up front, he has led 39 laps here early on. He's led all the laps. He has not looked back.
Yeah, man, he's led them all, and he doesn't have, I think, as big of a lead as he would like to have that he had earlier when he had a full straightaway lead on the 31 on Andrew Mraz. Andrew's reeling him in a little bit, but, man, hey, go get him and, you know, pick him up and put him down, man. He's doing a great job out here tonight for sure.
Yes, he is. Well, my pick to win here tonight, the number 48 of Curtis Vollmer, currently running in a third. Now, 150 laps, 150 miles. It may not sound like a whole lot of laps, seeing as Dover is only 1 mile long, you know, from point A to point A, you know, going around the track. You get it there? Anyway, or point A to point A. But, you know, for these guys, it's very, very difficult. You know, they've got to deal with the other trucks that are out there, the lap trucks, the leaders, if they catch up to the leaders. There's a lot they have to deal with.
Oh, we got a truck in the wall. He was riding the wall in turn 1 and 2. Looks like it was the 34. Oh, who was it?
34. Let me.
No, it wasn't him. It was one of the 30s.
one of the 30s.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with everybody's number yet, but they were 3 wide, man, going to turn 1 and 2. I think it was 3 lap cars. Yeah, he did a good job. He held it up against the wall, and everybody made it through pretty safe. You know, we were just talking about the leaders going around lap cars, and he's still working them, man. He's doing a good job getting through them, and they're, you know, maybe making it a little easier on him, just staying out of his way, and it's nice to see that as well.
Well, it looks like Dalton Cowden in the 34, currently 2 laps down. Lane Doyle in the 132, your first driver. Oh, the 85, it looks like scraped the wall there. Everybody going to try to get around him. That would be Andrew Jump in the 85, and he is having some problems getting that truck going. A lot of nose damage on that number 85 machine. As we take a look, that Toyota, there may be some overheating issues there. That the damage on that truck looks bad.
Man,
oh
no, the 85.
Yeah, I see that. The 85 and the 3. Oh man, that was close.
Yeah, I don't know if the 85 was trying to get to pit road and he saw his chance and he went for it, but man, that was close.
Yeah, the 85 is on pit road as we speak. We go back up front to William Hartman, 1.1 seconds ahead of Andrew Mraz. Curtis Vollmer in third, Alan Hitler in fourth, and Dwayne Dunn will round out your top 5.
Currently in 6 is Chris Seidenfaden. In the 77, Jacob Bell is in 7th. Lee Overton is 8th. My pick to win tonight, GT Hawkins, currently running 9th. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin in the 88 is rounding out your top 10.
Oh, the 88 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin running the premier privatecar.com paint scheme here for the Monday Night Can-In series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. So, you know, a shout out to them as well for being a part of Extreme. But, you know, these guys are single file here for the most part. We've got a couple of guys on pit road. The 132 and the 129 are on pit road. Now, these two drivers are standby drivers. But, you know, for the most part, you know, everybody right here running pretty strong. They're single file. They know it's early, so they know anything can happen at any point in time or another. And that's what it's going to take, is to keep it straight. We see a battle here between the 76 of Zach Ogburn and Jason Eisenhower. And this is for 17th, and they are still side by side. Right now, Jeff Glockner in the 24 has a bird's eye view of the battle ahead of him. As the 76 makes the pass, the 24 is going to complete the pass on the 36. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Yeah, he sent it in there, man. We got a caution on track.
Oh, caution is out. Tommy Massey in the 05. Let's go back and take a look here on MaxSpeedTV replay. Looks like Tommy Massey was running kind of by himself here. I don't know if it was a self-spin or
Looks
what.
like his engine let go going into the corner.
Uh-oh.
Going into turn 1.
All right, well, we're going to take a look here and see. Crosses the line, and right there, yeah, his engine let go, and he just loses it, and spins it. And
Yeah, it looks like he was already loose going down into the corner, and I don't know if the damage was causing him to overheat, but his engine definitely expired going down into the first turn as well as he was looping it around.
Oh, man, not what you want to see. All right, well, it looks like everybody is going to come down pit road here. And I imagine that's what they're going to do. They've been out here for about 27 laps, and we talked about it earlier. The tires are going to play key here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, Josh. I expected pit road to be very busy, and it is. And if we went maybe 6 or 7 more laps on the grid, I would have imagined guys to start making green flag pit stops. But luckily for them, caution comes out, and they can come down here and grab 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel.
All right, we're going to watch it here to see who the first driver is that's going to make it off of pit road. Oop, I changed it. It looks like Nolan Neiman stayed out, and, well, it looks like William Hartman is going to be your first driver off of pit road here. So, well, who do you want to interview here, Logan, for your first interview of the broadcast?
Let's go ahead and grab our leader, William Hartman.
All right, well, let's see if we can find a William here.
Like he's just above us in the lobby.
All right, William Hartman, Josh from the booth, got a copy, bud? William Hartman, got a copy. All right. Well, it looks like we're not going to be able to interview that 67 here currently. We'll see exactly what happens, going later on. But anybody else? Real quick.
Let's grab Andrew Mraz running in second place right now.
Andrew Mraz. All right. Let's see if we can find him here. Downforce Motorsports. Logan, I'm going to let you interview him, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Andrew Mraz, Logan Kai's up in the MaxSpeedTV broadcast. Who's about a copy?
Certainly do. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. How's the track feeling out there?
It's a little loose at the end of the turns, but other than that, I'm having a blast.
Yeah, man. The track looks like it's cooling off. It's down to 98 degrees. You having fun out there? I know you're trying to run down the 67. Do you think you got anything for him?
I think so. I'm kind of holding back a little bit, watching his line and seeing what he's doing, but anything can happen.
Yeah, right, man. Anything can and will happen. We know cautions breed cautions here. Well, good luck out there, man. I appreciate you coming down in here into the booth.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, Andrew Mraz currently running second here. Awesome job, Logan.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, it's still early. We haven't even reached the halfway mark here, so it is still early here, nonetheless. So, Andrew Mraz is going to be in a second. William Hartman in a first. He's going to get him going. And Logan, you're going to get him going this time by.
Alrighty. Little information about that caution. The 05 self-spin, he's receiving the EOL penalty. His engine expired. He'll be on pit road for at least 34 minutes. But we're coming into turn 3 here. Looks like the pace car is going to pull off here in just a couple seconds, and we'll get him going coming down the front stretch to see if the 67 gets another big jump on the restart. There he goes. 67, William Hartman on the gas. He's coming out of turn 4 with a sizable lead on the 31 of Andrew Mraz. Let's see how they do coming down here into turn 1. See if everybody gets lined up and starts to ride out some more laps again. Yeah, it looks like for the most part, all the way back to 8th, 9th, 10th place, just about. Everybody's trying to find a spot, get some green flag laps in. Hey, oh man, the 8th had him. The 8 had a moment coming out of turn 4 there. He looks like he got loose and ran it down the track, but he collected it and he's still in 5th place. And he's still trucking. Yeah, it looks like everybody is getting single file back to 13th, Jeremy Horn, 14th, Zach Ogburn, all the way back here to Jeremy Clifton in 20th. Looks like everybody seems to be content with trying to ride out some laps and get this race over with. Got guys searching around the track. You see the multiple lanes we have out here at Dover. There's, you know, a bottom, a middle, even a high lane. And you got the 8 looking here of Alan Hilton making a move on the 39 of Dwayne Dunn. Looks like he's going to complete the pass coming off of turn 4.
All right, going back here to Dwayne Dunn in the 39. Chris Seidenfaden in the 35. Chris having an excellent run here tonight. Currently running in 6th, started to 3rd. You know, about 3 positions back, but nonetheless, it's still early, you know. But it takes them no time to get around the track, Logan. What's it going to take going later on in the race as the laps wind down? They're going to have to be on key and to see who saves what.
Oh, absolutely. It looks like our leader, you know, a point I was going to bring up, looks like he may have gotten into the wall coming out of one of the corners. Definitely keeping all 4 fenders on the truck is going to be crucial, making sure that you can get all the aerodynamic grip you can in trying to stay out of the wall.
Now, we know draft don't play a big role in...
the 31 just tagged the wall coming out of 2 as well.
Yeah, and we did see that. A little bit of momentum lost from the 31 of Andrew Mraz. So, you know, and that's what it takes. But it looks like he's back up to speed. No harm, no foul. But that put the 48 of Curtis Vollmer pretty much right there with him.
Oh, absolutely. It'll stack you back up to the next guy behind you in a hurry if you lose any momentum at all.
Jacob Bell running back here currently in 16th. Started 26th. Jeff Glockner currently running in 17th from 39th. So a big move for the 24. However, a little bit of left front damage there on that number 24 Vanoy machine. I don't know if it's affecting him any. We may have to talk to him later on. But he is running 17th. Jason Eisenhower 18th. Jeremy Clifton 19th. And Nolan Neiman in the 20th. And Nolan is he's kind of running by himself. Now the number 15 machine here doesn't look like he has any damage. And he may be buying his time. He may be seeing something maybe going on later on, and we don't know. We don't know what Nolan's thinking.
No, he could just be playing it safe, trying to keep all the fenders on his truck like we talked about, and that's not a bad strategy, I don't think, trying to just bide your time, wait it out, and knowing that the racing's going to pick up at the end. He's gonna go give it to him when time comes. Yes, he is. I want to touch on a guy that, started, about mid-pack. Darren Bruce is running in 11th position right now. He's looks like he's got all the fenders on his truck. He's riding. He's got a little pressure from my pick to win tonight. GT Hawkins behind him, but Darren's a guy. He goes out there. He gives it his all, and it's good to see him running good here tonight.
Well, I am sorry, folks. I had my mic muted. Y'all couldn't hear me. But Darren Bruce, he's a heck of a driver. I know Darren as well. He's out here running his race, and he's got a little bit of a competition right now. He's got some pressure going on with GT Hawkins. And GT, you've watched a couple of races, Logan, and Darren as well. But GT Hawkins, Darren, I think that could be maybe a battle to, maybe win the race later on.
It could be. Anything can happen, man. Oh, Darren ran wide. GT's looking underneath him. Nope, he's gonna go. Darren doesn't care. He took the mirror off the roll bar. He knows what to do, man. He's gonna run his race, and that's what I like about him. He doesn't let much bother him in the truck, and he's out there having fun like he always does.
Yes, he is. These guys out here running their own race. Well, we have been out here at about 19 laps. Zach Ogburn, Jeremy Horn. Now, Jeremy Horn coming from 24th to 14th. He is looking to the inside of the outside of the 3 here. Now, there's a battle between the 3. Mark Hamlin looking to the inside, and he is going to complete the pass there. But Jeremy Horn is one of those drivers you got to have to watch too, because he's a little sneaky. He'll do that crossover on you.
Oh, you got to love guys like that, man. You think you got them, and here they come out of nowhere. They're blowing by your door on the front stretch.
Exactly. Well, as we see, the 21 of Jeremy Clifton here, currently running at 18th, started 12th. Still, there's plenty of laps left, but we are over, or right at the, we are over the halfway mark here. 74 laps to go, 3 cautions for 14 laps. 0 lead changes, and that belongs to the 67 of William Hartman, who has led right now every single lap these guys have put in play here. What's it going to take for William to dominate this race?
He's done a really good job so far. He had a little mishap, may have gotten into the wall, but it doesn't really seem to be affecting him. He's opened up a sizable lead over 2nd and 3rd place again, and just staying out of trouble, man. Making sure he gets by, the lap car's clean, making sure that if we get green flag pit stops, that he hits his marks, he doesn't miss his box. But he's doing a good job right now, and we'll wait and see what happens. It looks like we got a battle heating up for 2nd place.
Well, you see the battle for 2nd place. Orlando Rivera is having some problems here. Running back here, running about the 21st position. He is coasting down pit road at the entrance to pit road. Something's going on with that number 08 machine. He might have blown his engine, as he is not able to pick up speed.
I'm taking a look at it now.
All right. Well, as you take a look at that, we're going to look at the battle up to 2nd place here with Andrew Mraz and the 48 of my pick, Curtis Vollmer here. And, everybody right now is gunning for that 67 of William Hartman. William dominating here tonight. It has been an excellent race. We've only had 3 cautions. Knock on wood. Let's hope these guys have got it figured out here tonight.
Yeah, Josh, it looks like the 08 was in the middle of turn 1 and 2, and his engine let go, and he did a really good job. He went sideways down into the grass. He kept it straight, and it looks like he rolled all the way around into his pit box, and no caution.
Oh, wow. Awesome job. you know, we don't like to see anybody's engine go, of course, but awesome job by Orlando Rivera to keep that car straight, not to spin, not to get into traffic, and to keep it green flag racing. Gotta give him kudos for that.
Oh, the 31 into the wall coming off of turn 4. He tagged it really good. He was battling with the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. I don't know if it loosened up on him coming out of the corner, but he smacked the wall pretty hard coming down the front stretch.
The 31 of Andrew Mraz now back to third. Curtis Vollmer up to second. We go back into the field a ways here tonight. And, of course, we know that Orlando Rivera is currently sitting on pit road. The first driver a lap down here currently is Hank Caston, currently setting in 20th from 27th. So he would have the wave around if a caution was to happen. He would be the lucky dog. Jason Eisenhower, Nolan Neiman really battling it here for that position. These drivers are going to be the next drivers to lap down, and right now Nolan Neiman, he's got the leader right directly behind him to the inside, so that is going to put the 15 a lap down.
Yeah, it puts him a lap down, but it puts him in the lucky dog spot. It takes it away from Hank Caston, who had a penalty, and, you know, he was in a good spot to get his lap back if a caution were to come out, but, you know, Nolan's still got the right idea. I think he's, you know, keeping all the fenders on his truck, and he's out there riding, just waiting for the laps to fall off one by one.
Well, we look at chat here. Yes, sir, Logan, you have got that right. We look at chat here. We've got Michelle McMaster Eisenhower in chat. David Weishart in chat. And, you know, I have got to speak about David Weishart because David Weishart, I do believe, is the defending champion of the Truck Series. So, David may not be racing this season, so we're going to have a new champion. But David is one of those drivers that has raced with these guys.
Oh, we got a caution out.
Oh, we got a caution. Yes, we do.
Just as the 31 of Andrew Mraz brought it down pit road for his green flag pit stop, looks like the 8 of Alan Hilton was involved. Also, the 91 of Blair Patterson was involved.
All right, we go back and take a look at it here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. Alan Hilton, we're going to be on board with him here. Blair Patterson up high there in the 91 Downforce Motorsports Chevrolet side by side. Oh, something happened there with Alan Hilton. Now, I don't know. There may have been some electronic issues. There was nobody even near him. He just went straight right into the wall.
Yeah, that's terrible to see. I know what that's like when it hooks on you and you're not expecting it. That's a terrible, terrible feeling.
Oh, man. Well, you know, I don't know exactly what Alan runs, but that really put it into perspective of what, you know, internet or whatever can do. Alan Hilton hit that wall hard. Blair Patterson just really nowhere to go up high. And, you know, both of these guys just, you know, kind of stop up on that high side. The 12 gets around. He locks his brakes and he gets around. Everybody squeezes around and decides to keep going. I don't know. That was strange.
Yeah, it was. I hate to see it happen. It's another unfortunate thing that just happens sometimes, man. It just happens. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It just happens.
Yeah, and it does. All right, well, it looks like for the most part, it looks like Allen Hilton. Now these guys are going to come down pit road, so pit road is going to be busy again here tonight.
Yep, that gives. Looks like the 15 of Nolan Neiman, the lucky dog. Looks like he'll get his lap back here.
All right, well, let's see here if we can get an interview in with a driver. And I am leaning toward, where is... I know he's here. There he is, right there. Chris Seiden. So let me drag him up here. Chris Seidenfaden, got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Chris, man, running currently right now in 8th. You started 3rd, but you've been running pretty much up front for the most part. How is the track feeling tonight? You know, we got some shade going on now, but we still have those hot track conditions. Talk about it.
Yeah, it's really hot. It's slick. I've been running half throttle basically the whole race. I dropped back there, but I was just saving my tires, and I was able to get up to 3rd. And then on pit road, I was too far left, so that's why I'm back to 9th.
Well, what's it going to take to keep that truck clean in that number 35?
Just not full throttle off the turn. You just got to keep it clean and keep it straight.
You guys are getting double file here, man. Well, there's still a lot of laps left to go here tonight. Do you think you maybe have a shot at winning this thing here?
I hope so.
All right, we'll let you get back to it, Chris. Anything else you want to give before we let you go?
Nope, that'll do it.
All right, Chris, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Chris Seidenfaden with Samson Motorsports starting currently, or going to restart here in 7th. But William Hartman, man, we've talked a lot about him, Logan, but he's dominated here tonight.
Yeah, he's putting on a show, that's for sure. Coming down from the admins real quick, looks like it was just a self-spin on the 8, and Allen Hilton's going to receive the UOL penalty for that caution.
All right, sounds like a plan. Now, everything we get comes down from the admins. So, pace car is off and away, and William Hartman is on the loud pedal before coming out of turn 4. Green flag is out. We are back underway here at lap number 94 as it updates.
I'm going to start calling that, dub it the Hartman restart, man. He's done that all. Oh, we got one on the inside wall coming out of turn 2.
Oh,
man.
One on the inside wall, turn 2. Did you catch a number?
I didn't catch a number. It was, oh man. I didn't catch a number off it. I just saw someone just about spin it. They were loose coming out of turn 2, sorry.
Oh, man. Well, hard-fought racing still yet. Now tonight, we have had 4 cautions here tonight, but, it's not over. These guys still know what's at stake here. We are over the halfway mark. Let's do some cranking up here on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, back live here on Max Speed TV. Everybody has gotten a little bit spread out there. So, well, we had a little bit of incident there during the Crank It Up, but no caution. Logan, talk about it, buddy, as you had, you know, took a look at what happened.
Yeah, it looks like on the restart there, the 3 of Mark Hamlin got real tight coming out of turn 2. He tagged the outside wall, and it looks like it broke loose on him a little bit. It went down, almost tagged the inside wall. He did a really good job of keeping it together and not getting any more damage. And we had the leaders going by the number 5 of Hank Cass, and it looked like he may have gotten into the wall coming out of turn 2, but it just looks like he was moving over, getting out of the way, being courteous to the leaders coming up on him.
Alrighty, we're back live here on Max Speed TV. That is what happened during the Crank It Up cam there. William Hartman, though, 103 laps led here tonight. He will definitely come away with the most laps led no matter what happens here going forward. So you can mark it down in your books right now that William Hartman will have the most laps led. Curtis Vollmer, he is still looking to go back-to-back here at Dover, currently running second. My pick tonight, Dwayne Dunn third. Taylor Butcher Benjamin currently running in a fourth, and G.T. Hawkins, that is Logan's pick. He is currently running in a fifth.
Yeah, it looks like GT is doing a good job of trying to just mind his own business. He's running the top 5 right now, and he's doing a good job. I'm sure he'll be there at the end. But we've got Lee Overton currently running in the 6th position. Chris Seidenfaden, who we talked to just a moment ago, he's running in the 7th position. Darren Bruce has cracked the top 10. He's up into 8th, starting in 17th. Jeremy Clifton is currently running in the 9th position, and Zach Ogburn is rounding out your top 10 right now.
All right, Zach Ogburn, yes, coming from 34th place here starting out. And we seen it last night in the Can-N, Logan. A lot of the guys we got a caution. Douglas Carlson in the 86. Let's go back and take a look at it on the Max Speed TV replay here and see what happened to the 86 on the track here. He's got the 77 behind him. The 77 of Jacob Bell. The 86 to the outside, the 77 to the inside. Right here, it looks like might have been some contact between the 77 and the 86. That is going to send the 86 up into the outside wall and into the inside wall. And a hard lick that 86 of Douglas Carlson took. So some heavy damage coming to the 86 of Douglas Carlson. Now he does get it going again, but it looks like his engine is smoking as we go back live here. So he is going to have some engine damage going forward. He is going to have to definitely get that fixed.
Yeah, Josh, pit road is busy right now. I think the entire top 13, 14 all came down pit road, came down to get some fresh tires and another full tank of fuel.
Full tank of fuel at 110 laps of 150. They can make it from here.
Oh, they certainly can. It's just a matter of who's going to do the best job of saving their tires and have something for, looks like the 67 of William Hartman here at the end. He's currently the first off of pit road. And
yes, he is.
He's had a lot of firsts here tonight.
Yes, he is.
Started first, led over 100 laps. He's putting on a show here tonight.
Dominating the race here tonight. Well, I do want to talk to second place here currently right now, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. If I can find him. Well, he is one of those drivers that is hard to find.
In Montgomery Motorsports by himself.
All right, Montgomery Motorsports. Let's see. Maverick, you mean? Montgomery.
No, Montgomery.
All right, there he is. All right, let's see if we can drag him up here. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, do you have a copy?
I do, Josh. How's it going?
It is going fine. Well, you started sixth here tonight. You're currently running in second, just on the outside of William Hartman, who has dominated the race here tonight. But we know that it's anybody's race here at Dover, the way things have played out. What is it going to take to bring that 88 home into victory lane?
I've got to get a good restart and launch well here. Williams been really checking out in the field on the restarts. But I feel like I've got some pretty good long run speed. I feel like most of the passes I've made have been after we run about 10 or 15 laps. And yeah, it's going to be getting good here. I was actually just about to, right before the caution came in, I was thinking to myself, man, we're going to be really close on fuel. And then literally a second later, the yellow came out. So we don't have to worry about gas no more. So it's basically just hammer down and get it done.
Well, you talk about fuel. We know you're okay on fuel. But the tires, do you think tires are going to play a big factor with how many laps left, going, to finish out the race?
Oh, definitely. I mean, even if we get a caution 5 laps from now, you still want to come get tires. I mean, they're so valuable, and you're basically a sitting duck.
All
if
right.
you stay out there. It's tough to keep the tires from spinning even on fresh tires, let alone used tires. So got to take care of my equipment here the last 38 laps and see what I can do with this 88 Premier Private Car Toyota.
All right, Taylor, we're good luck down there, buddy. We're going to restart second here, man. We'll let you get back to it, man. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, Logan, I mean, they may not be coming down to the final laps, but they are within the final laps. Get them going.
It could be the final restart. And again, the 67 of William Hartman is on the gas early with another Hartman restart, and he is gone. He's putting it down, and he is already into turn 1 with the 48 of Curtis Vollmer making a pass to get into second position. The 88 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin has lost a couple spots, putting himself back into 4th. Not the restart he was looking for here.
Not the restart the 88 was looking for, but they know they can make it on fuel. But who is going to save tires to make that last push going forward to the final laps of the race, as we are going to be coming to lap 115 of a lap 150 here tonight. Chris Seidenfaden still running strong, currently running in 7th. Right behind him, Zach Ogburn in the 77. Now that would be Jacob Bell. Zach Ogburn is in the 76, but the 77 coming up from 26th into 8th. We're going to have to watch the 77. Darren Bruce in the 27, right behind him. Zach Ogburn, as I was talking about just a few seconds ago, in the 76. He is currently running in 10th, coming from 34th.
Yeah, Josh, he's done a really good job here tonight. Started in the rear, didn't really, like his starting position, didn't qualify, had a feeling, but he's currently in the top 10. And he's doing a really good job here tonight as well.
Jason Eisenhower currently running in 12th, coming from 11th, kind of running where he started. Right up ahead of him is Jeff Glockner in the 24, currently running in 11th. Jeremy Horn in the 78 in 13th. Mark Hamlin in the number 3, kind of running where he started as well. Currently running in 14th. Jeremy Clifton, not probably the race he wanted, however, still running pretty much where he started. He's back a couple of spots into 15th, but there's still these laps left to go, and we know how cautions happen. Logan, I hate to say it, but cautions can breed cautions.
Oh, absolutely, especially as a place, like Dover. Caution comes out, man. Another one just comes out right after it.
Yep.
That's how it is here, man. It's a fun track, but it's rough and it is tiring all at the same time, and it's a long 150 laps is a long race.
150 laps is a long race. Now, we look at Dover as being the monster mile. We go to Iowa next week, 7/8 of a mile. It is shorter than Dover. What is the expectations going into Iowa next week?
I've never actually raced Iowa. I've watched a bunch of races. It's a fun track. There's multiple grooves. Grooves change throughout the race, and it is such a fun race to watch and such a fun track, I'm sure, to drive.
Well, Iowa, one of the shortest tracks here on iRacing. I mean, it is a fun track now, and that's what these guys are going to be tackling next week is Iowa. We see what they're doing here tonight. We see what William Hartman has done here at Dover at 123 laps as he just took lap 123. He's dominant. He's up front running. I still wouldn't count out that 48 of Curtis Vollmer, though. He is gaining ground on that 67.
Don't think so fast. My pick of GT Hawkins is currently snuck up into third position as well there, Josh. He's sensing that maybe it's time to start going, and I would look for him to start closing down on those front two as well.
I think we got a lot. We have a little broadcast competition going on here, don't you say?
Okay, all in the name of fun.
Oh yeah, it's all in the name of fun here. But William Hartman, Curtis Vollmer, GT Hawkins, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Chris Seidenfaden gonna round out your top 5. Lap 125 of 150. The final laps are winding down here for the Extreme Motorsports at 99.com Premier Private Car Service Truck Series. And again, a big shout out to Premier Private Car for coming on board for the Truck Series. Awesome sponsorship for them.
Oh, absolutely. Awesome of them to come on board and sponsor the Truck Series, and we talked about it all night, man. We couldn't do any of this without the sponsors or even the fans or the drivers, especially the admins. I want to give a huge thanks to the admins. Been on top of it, letting me know what's been going on track with penalties and stuff like that. So a huge shout out to everybody involved, man. This is awesome to see.
Oh, one of the admins we didn't give a shout out to is Scott List Rambler, aka Scott Rambler. For everybody knows him, he is actually helping these guys here tonight in the Truck Series. So, want to give a shout out to him for stepping up and saying, hey, I want to be an admin. I want to help out with the admin duties. So, big shout out to Scott for stepping up and, being part of the admin. A shout out to Mike and Nick. Man, we take a look at the caution count. Now, we're on lap 128. We're going to be coming to 20 to go here momentarily. But we take a look at the caution count here tonight. 5 cautions for 22 laps. Out of 150 laps, out of those 150, only 22 laps of those have been under caution, okay? We've had no lead changes, and I'm going to blame it on William Hartman in the 67.
Oh, quick to blame, jump the leader. Hey, man, stop that. Come back and run with everybody else. I'm sure everybody's having a great time, but, man, that 67 he looks like he's out on a Sunday drive, man. He's out there just chilling, counting down the laps. He's like, come on, man, when's the end of this thing already?
Well, he is in lap traffic here, and lap traffic we don't talk about lap traffic, 20 to go. We don't talk about lap traffic much, but lap traffic can play a big factor in what happens to you as the leader and the second, third, fourth, and fifth place backwards.
Oh, absolutely. It's a matter of when you catch them, where you catch them, and they make it a little easier on the guys as we've seen in the past. You know, second, third, or fourth place. If a guy's not yet a lap down, hey man, they're gonna race the leader because I want to stay on the lead lap. I want to finish on the lead lap. It's a pride thing, man. I don't want to go a lap down to anybody, no matter how good of a race they're having.
Well, we are within 19 to go here, coming to 18 to go, so we're going to get right to it here. They have a green-white checkered here for the Truck Series. There is 4 attempts. After the 4th attempt, if a caution comes out before the leader takes the white flag, that will end the race. So it could, if it comes to 4 GWCs, could end under caution, but I have yet to see that because these guys know, these admins are paying attention. So there is 4 GWC attempts. There's 2 provisionals. We talked about that earlier. There is 0 provisionals in the chase. We have not mentioned that tonight, so we're going to do it here. You don't get, if you're in the chase, you better show up.
Oh, absolutely. Missing a race can be detrimental to your season in the chase. You work so hard during the season. They're nice enough to give you 2 provisionals throughout the regular season, and you really got to make sure you're there and get all the points you can in the chase to try to move on and race for a championship.
Exactly. They got team championships, as Rick Donathan mentioned tonight. They got solo championships for the individual drivers as well. So, a lot of things are at stake. We got somebody smoking.
In turn 3.
Oh!
We were having a heck of a race for the lucky dog spot between Andrew Mraz and Alan Hilton, and all I saw was some smoke and somebody on the inside grass, and I don't know who it was.
Not to interrupt you, Logan, but I believe that was the 69 of Andrew P. I am not going to pronounce his last name because I'll butcher it, but
Palexak.
Okay, well, you said it. Oh, yeah, right here. It looks like he hit the inside wall on the back stretch, and that just really upset him, and he takes it right off into the grass on the apron. So he does tow it to pit road, and that's what stopped the no caution. If he would have came back up on track, the admins would have no doubt issued a caution.
Oh, absolutely. They're doing it. He did a good job of keeping it off the track, and the admins are doing a good job of making sure he's got it collected, and they don't want to throw a caution if they don't have to.
Exactly. All right. Well, we go back to the kind of the stats here. 17. They only have a 17 incident limit here. After that, you will be disqualified. 75% fuel load. 1 point to lead the most laps. 1 point for qualifying. 2 points for incident free the whole race. And I would say right now, William Hartman would have 2 of the 3.
Oh yeah, he's racking up as many bonus points as he can here tonight.
Well, I know no matter what, though, you will have, like, if Curtis Farmer, G.T. Hawkins, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, it doesn't matter who finishes the race, whether it be, on the lead lap or lap down, okay? You could be 30 laps down, okay? But if you're incident free, you don't have any incident points, you could still get those bonus points.
Oh, absolutely. An incident-free race is huge towards getting extra bonus points to help advance yourself in the points and the point standings.
All right, well, we are under 10 to go. We are at 8 to go here, and William Hartman dominating. 142 laps led here tonight. Is he going to lead all the laps here to come away with the victory here at Dover for Extreme Motorsports 99.com? I think William has it figured out here, Logan.
I think that's a safe bet. You know, the only way that I don't think he's gonna lead all the laps is if we get a late race caution. You know, anything can happen, so don't rule everything out. But man, he's putting on a clinic here tonight for sure.
Jeremy Horn, currently the last driver on the lead lap. He has got the leader right behind him back here in 14th. Jason Eisenhower in the number 36 Sim Speed Shop Chevrolet. He would be the next driver to go a lap down if it came to it. But we are at the 5 to go here. When they cross the line for the 4 to go, we will be within the green-white checkered window.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the leader had a little bit of a moment coming out of 4 there. Looks like he got a little loose going by a lap car.
1.6 seconds separates first and a second here. GT Hawkins 1.5 seconds from the driver in front of him. But we see the 16 and the 40. We got a caution. Whoa! Let's go back and take a look at it here. Now I'm going to be on Jeremy Horn because I seen his speed drop. I don't know if he was involved, but...
Oh, right in front of the leader, Josh.
Oh, right in front of the leader. So we're going to pause it here. We're going to go with William Hartman because he was the leader. So we're going to be under a GWC here, and I think I need to keep my mouth shut.
I think you jinxed him.
Oh, right here, the 14. Okay, the 14 was involved in that. So let's see if we can find the 14.
14 of Jade. It looks like the 14 of Jade Bell and the 85 of Andrew Jump.
Oh, and Drew Jump, last week's winner at Daytona. That was a heck of a finish for Andrew Jump, dodging, what had transpired. But, we're at Dover here tonight. Andrew Jump goes to the low side, and it looks like Andrew Jump just lost it. I'm not sure exactly what happened to the 85, but he just lost it. So we're going to go forward here and right up into the 14, and the 85 goes for a ride in 3/4 up into the air. Oh, man, what a ride Andrew Jump had. He might have DQ'd here. But he just blinked out there. And I believe Jade Bell had to tow to pit road.
Yeah, that's both sides of the coin for you there, Josh. Andrew Jump had a heck of a finish last week, and he had a heck of a crash this week.
Well, right now, hiccups. Curtis Vollmer holding the top spot in the number 48. Doesn't look like he's gonna pit.
I don't know what happened. Maybe some pit strategy. Yeah, it looks like No, oh, he faked him out, Josh. He he snookered him. He laid off and jerked it back up onto the track. I don't know. It was after the commitment cone. I don't know if there's a penalty for that or not.
Well,
But
here's the thing. You know, if he doesn't pass the commitment cone and he comes back on track, then he's fine.
well, do they go by the commitment cone, the orange box? Do they go? Do you know if they go by that?
I don't know.
Because if so, he looks like he was committed to come to pit lane and drove back up on the track around that orange box. So I don't know if that, you know, amounts to anything or not, but that's strategy for you right there.
Well, Curtis Vollmer, Dwayne Dunn, Chris Seidenfaden, 1, 2, and 3. Well, the first green-white checkered here tonight.
I think it's gonna be crazy. The 67 being the first car or truck, excuse me, on fresh tires. He's got 4 guys in front of him without fresh tires. I don't know what's gonna happen, but if I can tell you anything, the 67 is gonna be on a mission.
Get them going.
All right, like we said, you know, the 48 of Curtis Vollmer, the 39 of Dwayne Dunn, Chris Seidenfaden, Jeff Glockner all stayed out, opting for strategy to try to stay out and get as best finish as they can, going for the win. The pace car is off. What kind of a restart are we going to get here out of Curtis Vollmer? He is on the gas with a good restart. Let's look for the 67 of William Hartman to try to... Oh, we got one in the wall on the front stretch. That looks like the 24 of Jeff Glockner. No caution right now. And here comes the 67 making a move on the outside for third place. He's already got that position clear. And here he comes. He's got a huge run down into turn 3. He's looking to make a... Look at him. Here he goes for the lead out of turn 4, making it look easy. He pulls to the lead and he is gone with the white flag out.
White flag in the air. 1 lap to go for William Hartman. Oh, man, here we go. He is going to make his round around turn 4. What a race it has been. William Hartman grabbing the win here tonight.
Oh, I told you, man. That was awesome to watch, man. That was an awesome
That was
finish.
insane. William Hartman in first, T. Hawkins in second, and Taylor Butcher Benjamin in third. Alrighty, folks, give us just a few moments to get the top 3 down here for the MaxSpeedTV post-race show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Alrighty, guys, we have. Oh man, we are back live here on MaxSpeedTV, and I have got the hiccups as worse as you can get. But Taylor Butcher Benjamin coming in tonight in a third place. Taylor, man, talk about your run here tonight.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Just felt like I was just really patient, and I feel like it paid off. Took care of my equipment and didn't abuse it, and I dropped back early on, but I was just kind of saving my stuff and just kind of methodically, like I did at Vegas and like at Chicago. And I was gonna be fine with fourth, but then we got that caution for that wreck on the front stretch, and then when I saw this guy stay out, I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be some chaos. And fortunately, it wasn't too hairy like I thought it was going to be. But I mean, like I was saying earlier, I mean, the guys on old tires were just sitting ducks out there, and I was able to use my fresh tires and get around those guys and bring it home P3.
What did it take to save your tires here tonight? Because we know Dover, the hot track condition, the way that, the long green flag runs played, what did it take to save those tires?
That is a very good question, I must say. But to me, I was just trying to, lift a little early, not drive in so hard. It just stay right around the bottom and just kind of roll the center and drive it straight up off, and not having to really be twitchy off the corner, because that'll really screw you up. And just, I was letting people go early, and one way to save your tires is to not be pinching the truck down trying to pass somebody, which I did one time, and luckily the caution came out a couple laps later, so it didn't really hurt me. But I mean, you saw a lot how two guys battling side by side. If they couldn't get by each other, the guy trailing them caught up to him in a hurry. And so that's what I think about saving tires. I'm still not as good as I'd like to be compared to a lot of other people, but I feel like I'm improving on it.
Well, what a race it was here tonight. But Dover out of the way, man. You got Iowa next week. Talk about Iowa.
That's another fun track. One I've definitely gotten better at. A lot of different lines you can use. Of course, turn one, don't want to get up too high and all the bumps, but especially in 3 and 4, you can really maneuver your truck around and see what line runs the best, because there's about 3 distinct different lines. I mean, Iowa's a really fun track to watch and to race on, so that one's going to be a good show.
All right, Taylor, we'll let you get to it, man. Thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate third place here tonight?
I just want to thank everybody that puts on the league here at Extreme Motorsports 99, Nick and Rick and Mike and Robert and everybody involved in the league, because tonight was a really good race. The last couple have been kind of a bit of a caution fest, a couple of them were, but really a lot of good, clean battles tonight. Guys giving room when they should and being respectful, and certainly it's much appreciated. And certainly you and Logan doing the broadcast.
All right, Taylor, we'll let you get back to it, man. Congratulations on third place here tonight, bud. Get ready for Iowa next week, because it's going to be a fun track to watch as well.
Oh, you better believe it. Well, I'll be ready for it.
All righty, Taylor, we'll see you there, man.
All right, see you then.
All righty, well, that'll bring us to our second place finisher tonight, G.T. Hawkins.
I thought it was fair
GT,
game.
do you have a copy?
Yeah, I hear you, Josh. How's it going, man?
Well, it's going okay if I would get rid of these hiccups, but man, what a run for you here tonight. Started 5th. You ran up front for most of the race here at Dover, but not without a battle, because everybody out there was battling out side by side, and it's Dover. So talk about your racing and what it means to you to bring it home in second.
Yeah, I mean the racing was pretty intense. It was I definitely had a handful of close calls. I mean, I feel like I'm more lucky than anything else because I mean, especially on that last restart, and I don't know how I didn't get taken out, but uh, yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of guys racing clean.
Well, Dover, known as, the Monster Mile, White Lightning, whatever you want to call it, it's a tough track. What was the key factors here tonight?
Just trying to manage the tires early on in the run. It's really tempting to go out there and burn them up, but just trying to not overpace or outpace yourself and just kind of follow along for a little bit, stay out of the wrecks, and give everybody plenty of room. Really.
All right, JT. Well, we do have Iowa next week, 7th, 8th of a mile, a little bit shorter than Dover. What do you think about Iowa?
I think Iowa's probably. I mean, if it's not the best track out there, then it's definitely up there. I mean, you can run multiple lines. It's a driver's track, so I'm looking forward to it definitely.
All right, GT. Well, congratulations on second place here tonight. Thought shout out you want to give before you go celebrate.
Yeah, thanks Garage Floor Coating. Thanks Extreme. Thanks to my teammates at Maverick, Premier Car Service, Premier Private Car Service, and thanks to all my friends and family out there watching. Appreciate it.
All right, GT. We will see you next week at Iowa, but go celebrate second here tonight.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, that'll bring us to our winner here tonight. William Hartman leading all the laps here. Let's get the man, the myth, the legend up here. William Hartman, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. I've got a copy.
William, man, dominating performance here tonight at Dover. You led all the laps here tonight, man. What a race it was. You have got to give us the insight of what you feel about Dover.
Man, I think if Dover isn't the best track and my favorite track, I don't know what it is. It's just a great place where you can, it really tests you. You got to push your car hard to make lap time, but it'll punish you if you make a mistake. So just a really, really stressful 150 laps, I can tell you that. But we had good pace all day, and happy to come away with the win.
Well, not only the win, but the most laps led. You led all of the laps here tonight. Sorry, I'm dealing with hiccups here, but you led all the laps. What did it take to keep that 67 up front?
Yeah, coming into the race, kind of my approach here is always to try and save the rear tires the best I can. And it's really, really key when you get into those long green flag runs. It's pretty easy to buzz them early in the run, and you're really going to pay for it as the run goes on. So just trying to keep a gap to those guys for a little while, first few laps of the run, and just save my stuff, save my rear tires. And then as the run started to progress, start to use them and build that gap back up again. Never really got the real long green flag run that we were looking for. But it was still nice that I knew I had a little in the tank if somebody got too close there at the end. So I'm really happy we were able to manage the race like that and then come away with a good finish.
Well, those green flag runs that y'all did have here tonight played a factor, I'm sure, because the tire wear was awful. So talk about the tire wear.
Yeah, so prime example would be the last restart there. There was not a single doubt in my mind that I was coming down pit road. I didn't care if I was the only of the 13 trucks that were on the lead lap to come down, because the tires just fall off so quickly here. And as the track temp kept coming down throughout the course of the race, it really became more and more important that you were going to see a big delta between a worn tire and a new tire. So yeah, I think you saw it on the restart there. GT and I were able to, knife our way through those guys pretty quickly on the new tires and get to the front. So like I said, managing the tires all day was going to be huge. Managing your line so that you made sure you didn't burn through them was big. And then making sure that every time you could get fresh tires on there, you were coming down to get them all race long.
All right, well, you've got Dover out of the way, but 3 races remain. Iowa next week. Talk about the 7th, 8th, mile track of Iowa and what it takes to, maybe bring it home into victory lane next week.
Yeah. So Iowa and I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship. It seems like there I can either have a really, really fortunate race or have a really, really long night. And there's really no in between. So hopefully it's the former next week and we can come away with a good finish. But we'll do our best to prepare like we did this week and we'll come after it again next week.
All right, William. Well, congratulations on your win here tonight for the Premier Private Car Series, Truck Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Man, thoughts, shout outs you want to give before you celebrate your victory?
Yeah, I just got to thank everybody over at Extreme for everything they do, putting together a great league for us, and for all these guys. The respect throughout the course of this race was amazing. There's a lot of great racing, a lot of long green flag runs kind of attest to that. I got to thank everybody over at Premier Private Car Service for sponsoring our series and letting us come out here and do this. And thank you guys over at MaxSpeedTV for putting together a great broadcast for us. It's awesome to be able to go back and watch the races every week, and you guys do such an amazing job.
Well, we do appreciate that here. I will contest to that. But, William, go celebrate. Get ready for Iowa next week, man.
All right. Thank you.
Buddy. All right. Well, that is going to take us to our final results here. And, man, if I can get rid of these hiccups, that'd be great. All right, final results here. William Hartman coming away with win here tonight. Congratulations to William for getting the win. GT Hawkins, your pick, going to finish in second place here tonight. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in third. Jacob Bell in fourth. Zach Ogburn in fifth. Jeremy Clifton in sixth. Darren Bruce seventh. Curtis Vollmer eighth. My pick. They're going to be a top 10. Dwayne Dunn, 9th. And Jeremy Horn going to round out your top 10.
Chris Seidenfaden bringing it home in 11th. Lee Overton, 12th. Jason Eisenhower, 13th. Jeff Glockner, 14th. Nolan Neiman, first car lap down, finishing 15th. Andrew Mraz, not the night he was looking for. He started 4th. He's going to bring it home 1 lap down in 16th. Alan Hilton, 17th. James Thorndike, 18th. Mark Hamlin, 19th, and Andrew Jump rounding out your top 20.
All right. Zachary White going to finish 21st. Blair Patterson, 22nd. Andrew, I'm not going to pronounce his last name, 23rd. As Hank Caston, 24th. Douglas Carlson, 25th. Cody McFadden, 26th. Michael Thwaites, 27th. Edward Moore Sr., 28th. Dalton Cowden, 29th, and Tommy Massey, 30th.
Orlando Rivera, 31st. Jade Bell, 32nd. Lane Doyle, 33rd. KC Duncan, 34th. Lee Grantee, 35th. Dawson Miller, 36th. Jeremy Rigney, 37th. Nick Hunt, 38th. And Mike Franklin, 39th.
All right, your two admins, of course. At the end of that, well, Logan, again, thank you for joining me in the booth here tonight for Extreme Motorsports on 99.com Premier Private Car Series for the Truck Series.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here. It was an awesome race to watch and an awesome race to call, and I'm excited for Iowa next week, man. I can't wait to see how that race is going to be with all the different lanes that you can run, and it's going to be exciting just like tonight was for sure.
Well, you've got the K&Ns at Iowa and the Truck Series at Iowa. It is going to be a fantastic event coming next week. So until next time, folks, this is MaxSpeedTV, Joshua Madlock, Logan Kais. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.